Welcome back. A dramatic rescue operation in Abia State has ended with 2 kidnapped victims regaining their freedom after an intense search effort involving police officers, vigilantes, forest guards, and determined local youths. The operation has sparked celebration across communities in Ohoho Umuahia North local government area, where residents are praising what many describe as a powerful example of community resistance against kidnapping and criminal violence. The incident began on June 10, 2026, when 2 residents of Umezurula, Omowa, Alocha community, Mrs. Onyinyechi Ekechukwu and 20-year-old Izuchukwu Okechi, were reportedly adopted by armed kidnappers. The victims were returning from their farm when they were intercepted near Mkpo Ala, close to the proposed federal housing estate along the Umuahia-Uzakolo Road. What should have been an ordinary journey home suddenly turned into a nightmare. Armed men reportedly surrounded the victims and whisked them away into nearby bushes. Before anyone could intervene, news of the adoption quickly spread across the community, triggering fear, anger, and concerns among residents who have become increasingly worried about raising cases of kidnapping in different parts of the country. Soon after the adoption, the kidnappers reportedly established contacts with the victims' relatives and demanded a ransom of 10 million naira for their release. Like many families facing similar situations across Nigeria, relatives suddenly found themselves trapped between fear for the safety of their loved ones and the enormous financial burden demanded by their captors. But unlike many kidnapping cases that drag on for weeks, this incident took a different turn. Rather than waiting helplessly for the criminals to detect events, members of the community decided to act. Local youths quickly mobilized and joined forces with security operatives, vigilantes, and forest guards in an urgent effort to locate the victims before any harm could come to them. Armed with machetes, clubs, and hunters, dogs, groups of young men reportedly moved into surrounding forests and bushes, combing through difficult terrain in search of the kidnappers. The operation quickly gained momentum as more residents joined the effort, determined not to allow criminals establish a foothold in their community. As the search intensified, pressures began mounting on the kidnappers. Reports indicate that the combined presence of police officers, community vigilantes, forest guards, and local youth created a level of pursuit that the kidnappers could not withstand. Faced with the possibility of being surrounded and captured, the kidnappers reportedly abandoned their victims and fled into the forest. The dramatic outcome brought relief to families and residents who had spent days fearing the worst. The victims were successfully rescued alive, ending what could have become another tragic kidnapping story, while one of the rescue victims sustained injuries to the head and hand during the ordeal. Authorities confirmed that immediate medical attention was provided. According to the Abia State Police Command, 6 suspected kidnappers were involved in carrying out the adoption. Police spokesperson DSP Maureen Chinaka confirmed that officers from the Ohuhu Divisional Police Headquarters immediately launched a rescue mission after receiving information about the incidents, working alongside vigilantes, forest guards, and community members. Security operatives pursued the suspects until the victims were recovered. The police says investigations are ongoing and efforts have intensified to track down and arrest the fleeing kidnappers. Security agencies believe the criminals may still be hiding within surrounding forests or attempting to escape into neighboring communities. Authorities have assured residents that every effort is being made to bring those responsible to justice. Beyond the successful rescue, the incident has become a powerful symbol of what can happen when communities refuse to surrender to fear. Across many parts of Nigeria, kidnapping has become one of the country's most troubling security challenges. Criminal gangs continue to target farmers, travelers, students, business owners, and ordinary citizens, often demanding huge ransoms from desperate families. What happened in Abia demonstrates the importance of cooperation between security agencies and local communities. While security forces provide professional expertise and operational capabilities, local residents often possess valuable knowledge of terrain, movement patterns, and potential hideouts that can prove critical during rescue operations. Residents of Ohuahu are now celebrating what they see as a victory against criminality. For many, the rescue operation has restored confidence that communities can play an active role in protecting themselves when they work closely with law enforcement agencies. However, there is also recognition that the threat has not completely disappeared. Until the fleeing suspects are captured, concerns remain that they could attempt similar attack elsewhere. The successful rescue also sends a stronger message to criminal groups operating across the region. Communities are becoming increasingly organized. Security agencies are responding more rapidly, and residents are showing greater willingness to support efforts aimed at combating kidnapping and violent crime. For the family of Mrs. Onyinyechukwu Ekechukwu and Izuchukwu Okechi, the most important outcome is simple. Their loved ones are alive and back home. What began as a terrifying kidnapping ordeal ended with a successful rescue that many are calling a miracle made possible by courage, determination, and collective action. As securities continue the hunt for the suspects, residents are hopeful that the momentum generated by this operation will discourage future kidnappers and strengthen security throughout the area. The message from the community is clear. Criminals may strike, but communities working together can fight back. What do you think about this dramatic rescue operation? Should more communities adopt this kind of cooperation with security agencies to combat kidnapping? Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more updates on major developments across Nigeria. I'm Chidera Isom. Bye for now.